the purpose of that was so she could get used to receiving larger amounts of money and start to see how her time and her information and her knowledge was so valuable.
The journey of me doing that and feeling comfortable with that was a huge journey. Then I had more people paying $997 than I could handle. At one point, I had 3 or 4 people who were working with me, and I became so busy again. And this was right before I launched everything on the new website in the bundles, the $27.57.97. And that was a big push for me to complete the bundles because I was getting exhausted by the $997. Now, today, I feel like unless you pay me $9,997, I don't want to work with you one-on-one to pass the exam. It's just not something I want to do anymore. Buy the bundle. It's what you need. Buy gold, 97. That's all you have to pay.
Another decision was to let it go because it was making so much money. She was feeling antsy. She was feeling like this is not fun anymore. I am not enjoying this. There's so much pressure involved. So it was a couple months in, and after you're making like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars for something, a big decision to let it go, ooh, that's hard, right? But in order to 10x, in order to really rise, you've got to let things go and do things that aren't conventional.
So much of this journey was just changing my relationship to money and my ability to receive. So with the $100,000 proposal that got declined, it made me look around my house and realize this is not $100,000 me house. And of course, the house itself is not $100,000, but even just my presence in the house. My desk was like shoved in the corner and things were all haphazard, and we had boxes that were not unpacked and dishes, the stuff just wasn't put away, and there's things everywhere because we were in the middle of moving in, taking care of a baby, and David's gone all day hunting. And I was like, I'm not 6-figure me yet. I need to become 6-figure me in order to bring 6 figures in. And this was also a moment where I had to learn to trust because I declared I was gonna make 6 figures. And in my mind, there was the belief that this proposal is gonna do it. So if I tell people out loud, I'm gonna make 100,000, and I feel like that proposal is gonna come through, I'm gonna immediately be able to say I made 100,000. And people will be like, oh my God, she made 100,000 right after she said it. So it's kind of like I felt like I had set myself up to make it happen, so it didn't feel as scary to say it. So I said it, the proposal doesn't go through. I realized I'm not operating $100,000 me, and that all I need to do is shift my energies and get my house, like I needed to focus on my house more than I needed to focus on my business. So I stopped worrying about trying to work with call centers or anything like that. And I took care of my house. I cleaned and organized. I hired help. I got people to come in. Like we got my office set up. We got everything looking beautiful, everything put away, everything unpacked. And I was like, this is a much better space for $100,000. And I ended up actually dipping a little bit. October was 60,000 when I had declared I'm gonna go for 100,000. And then I dipped in November down to like 53. And I think Thanksgiving kind of has a thing to do with that. But I didn't lose my $100,000, like 6-figure. I don't want to say 100,000 because 100,000 is limiting. I want to say 6-figure months. I will make 900,000 a month. I'm not going to limit it to 1 when I can make 9. So I was like 6-figure months every month. And I just continued to say that to make it normal to myself. Coming from poor teacher me at $30,000, $40,000 a year, to say that I could make 6 figures in 1 month when it would take me, if at $30,000 a year, even at $40,000, it would have taken me 3 to 4 years to make that happen. I was condensing 3 to 4 years of time into 1 month, and then to do that every month. That was what I was ultimately saying. That seems mind-blowing and crazy and insane. But then I thought back, like $7,000 used to feel crazy. That used to feel insane. And it became my normal. It was so normal now that I make $7,000 in less than 2 days. Like it's normal now for me to make $8,000 in a 2-day time span, just on course sales, not even including the other streams of income that I have. I even hit this point where I had talked about $7,000 prospectively feels like pennies in a sense. And then even the universe came in, God came in to say, are you sure? Because there was a class, this course that I wanted to take, and I knew I wanted it. I knew I was gonna buy it, but I didn't know the price because they want you to talk to someone first and see if you're a good fit. And then they tell you how much it is and you make your commitment. And so he told me the price was $6,999. And I'm like, this is your moment. You just made a post on Facebook that says $7,000 feels like pennies. And this is a course you knew you wanted, that you absolutely wanted, you were gonna sign up for, and it's $7,000. So is it really pennies to you? And I was like, yes, it is. Here's the business card, $7,000, bring it up. And I got the course. So then December continues, we're at 57, and I hold steady that I will be making $100,000. It doesn't matter how quickly it comes in. I just hold for it. And I make the moves that $100,000 me would make. $100,000 me would purchase that $7,000 course because it was all about productivity and being able to condense. Like, I feel sometimes when I'm working that I'm not using my time wisely. I could be a little bit more productive. I just get distracted because I'm like, oh, let me check the Facebook comments. Oh, let me check the YouTube comments, instead of like focusing on what I want to focus on. And this course was all about getting you focused and in flow state. And so I was super excited to take that class, and I knew that it's going to help me to be, productive. So January rolls in, 76,000. We're inching closer. February, 90,000. We're there. We're so close. And I was like, if February was just a bigger month, I feel like we could have hit it. But I was like, this is so fun. I just decided to feel into the funness of it. Like, look how close we are. It's coming up. March was 96,000, all things added together. And April, I'm pretty sure we're gonna hit it. We're at April 24th or 25th right now. So we've got like 6 days. And let me just check. I love looking on my phone and how much money. Let's see, at the beginning of the call, we were at 3,000. Oh, same amount. Haven't made any sales since the beginning of the call. That's fine. So we're at 83,000 right now for the month of April. And that's just on course sales. I also have made $4,000 on YouTube this month. And I think $2,000 on a partnership that I have with a state-approved company. So 7. So we're already at.
So, my sister is about to come in here, and she's going to be doing a call with her coach celebrating $1 million made in her business. But what she doesn't know is, while that's happening, I'm going to be downstairs setting up a surprise party for my sister. My sister is someone who is just constantly doing for others, and this is our opportunity to really do something big for her. She has no idea.